Grade 7 Elite Mathematics. Recap of previous lesson 9.6 Solving System of Equations by Graphing. System of equations. When we have two or more linear equations working together, we call them a system of equations. Here, you have an equation y equal to negative x plus 7 as well as y equal to 2x plus 1. So, we have solved the system of linear equations by graphing. To solve the equations by graphing, you are supposed to use slope-intercept form, that is y equal to mx plus b, where m means is the value of a slope, whereas b is the y-intercept. So using the slope and the y-intercept of each equation, you can plot the graph. As you could see, the red line shows the first equation, negative x plus 7, whereas the blue line shows the second equation, y equal to x plus 1. So the intersection of these two lines gives you the solution. So the intersection gives the solution by using the graphical method. This is the process which makes easier using the slope and y-intercept to find the graphical method. Chapter 9, Linear Functions. You'll be coming across the lesson Solving Systems of Equations by Algebraically. In this lesson, you'll be learning to solve a system of equations algebraically, to interpret the meaning of the solutions of system of equations. The keyword, substitution, which means putting the numbers in place of letters to calculate the value of an expression. Example, if I ask, find y equal to 3x, where x equal to 5. So to get the value of y, you're going to replace the value of x as 5. So what is the value of y? You got it as 15. So this process is called as substituting when you know the variable value. So as we have seen in the previous lesson, we have solved the system of equations graphically, but here you'll be solving the systems algebraically. So when you have system of equations, make sure that they are in the form of slope-intercept form. Okay, so you'll be having a coordinate plane. So here, if I label the equations as 1 and 2, the second equation is easy to be plotted and drawn on the graph. Y equal to 5. In y-axis, the 5 will be drawing a line. And we are going to do this algebraically and find our solution graphically using the prior knowledge. Since you know the value of y equal to 5, you're going to substitute the value of y equal to 5 in the first equation. In equation 1. So what do you get? Write down the equation first and then replace the value of y as 5. Replace the value of y as 5. So it is 5 equal to x plus 2. When you rearrange and simplify the like terms, you get the value of x as 3. So you got the solution. The value of x is 3, whereas the value of y was 5. Now let's try this graphically. You have drawn the second equation. You're going to draw the first equation using slope-intercept form. And you find that they both intersect at a common point where the value of x is 3 and the value of y is 5. Yes, the intersection point is 3, 5, which gives you the solution. So you understood the lesson which we learned the previous graphical as well as algebraic lesson which we are learning now gives the same solutions. So in this question, They're asking you to solve the system of equations algebraically, where you have to keep in mind you are going to write the slope-intercept form. What is the slope-intercept form? Y equal to mx plus b. Okay. Here the first equation and the second equation are not in the slope-intercept form. Since we are going to use a substitution method, let's find the easiest equation to be simplified. Equation number 1. So I do take equation number 1 and make y as a subject in the slope-intercept form. That is y equal to 3x negative 13. If you want, you can label this as equation 3 for easy reference in the upcoming steps. So now what are you going to do? You have taken the equation 1 and made y as a subject in the slope-intercept form. So substitute this equation in the second equation. So substitute the equation y equal to 3x minus 13 in equation 2. Okay. So you're going to write down the equation 2, which is 4x plus 5y equal to 11. Replace the value of y as 3x minus 13. And then use the distributive property method to open the brackets and simplify them. So when you do so, you get 4x plus 5 into 3, 15x. 5 into negative 13 gives you negative 65 equal to 11. Simplify them based on their like terms. So you'll be getting it as 19x equal to 76. When you divide both the sides by 19, the value of x is 4. Yes, we have come half the way of solving the system of equations algebraically. So what are we going to do the next? Next, we require to find the value of y. Now it's so simple. Now you can do substitute the value of x equal to 4 in either of equations. Either you can use 1, 2 or 3. I'm going to use the third equation. So equation 3, you have y equal to 3x minus 13, where I'll be replacing the value of x as 4. So what do you get? Y equal to 3 times 4 minus 13 gives you the value of y as minus 1. Okay, so we have come to the final solution. So what's the solution set you're getting? Your solution set is x equal to 4, whereas the value of y is minus 1. That's all. We have solved the system of equations algebraically. So when you move on to the real world example, you could see that there's a basketball court. The basketball players are playing. So here is a player called Rashid. He has scored 16 points altogether in 2 basketball games. Okay. And in the second game, he has scored 3 times as many points as in the first game. So you have 2 sets of informations where you have to make a system of equations. Yeah, that's asked in the question. They're asking us to write and solve the system of equations to represent the situation. So what are you going to do? Let x be the points in the first game, whereas y be the points in the second game. So using the first set of information or the situation, you're writing the first equation, that is x plus y equal to 16. The second set of situations gives you the second equation, that is y equal to 3x. Now what are you going to do? They're asking you to solve, right? Just like previous method, you're going to move on with. So the simple method is y equal to 3x, which can be substituted in the equation 1. So you're going to start doing substitute y equal to 3x in equation 1. Okay. So what are you going to do first? Write the equation 1. What is the equation 1? X plus y equal to 16. You're going to replace the value of y as 3x. So you get x plus 3x equal to 16. When you add the like terms, you have 4x equal to 16. Divide both the sides by 4. You get the value of x as 4. So half the way, right? You got the value of x. Now what do we need to find the solution? We need the value of y. So what are you going to do? You're going to substitute the value of x equal to 4 in either of equation, either in 1 or 2. So I would like to substitute in 1. Why? That's easy to solve and less number of steps required. What is equation number 1 or 2? I'm taking 2. It is y equal to 3x. Replace the value of x as 4. So y equal to 3 times of 4, which gives you 12. Okay. So did you get the solution? Yes. Based on our solving algebraically, we got the solution as 4, 12. But the question says here, interpret your solution. So what does this solution means? It means Rashid scored 4 points in the first game and the 12 points in the second game. I believe you're finding this lesson so easier, right? Okay, so that's why we will go with some practice questions. You can pause your video for 10 minutes, work on these practice questions. If required, you can discuss with your peers. Oh, that's good. So you're back after working with these questions. Let's check our answers. Yes, you have got almost the answers same, right? So I appreciate that you have understood the lesson very well. So let's move on to the higher order thinking question, which will be dealing with the real life situation. So here the same, I would like you to work individually, not discussing with your peers or with your teacher. Pause your video for 5 minutes, work on these equations and the question, check your answer. Wow, so you got the solution. So it shows that you have mastered this lesson. We are moving on to the final part of our lesson, plenary. So here, there's a real life situation spoken about tea and coffee. There's a person called Sam. He's buying 2 coffees and a tea by paying 3.20 euros. Okay, from where? From the coffee shop. Oh, Sam has one more friend with him, and his name is Jane. Even he's buying tea and coffee from the same shop where Sam bought. Let's see how many tea and coffees he bought. So here, Jane buys 3 coffees and 2 teas where he's paying the total of 5.20 euros. Okay, so what are we supposed to do now? Using the informations or the situations of Sam and Jane, you're going to find the cost of a tea and a coffee. So, before we move on with our solution, you have to label some variables for tea and coffee, right? So let us say the cost of a coffee be X. Okay. Then what about tea? Okay, let the cost of a tea be Y. Now it's easy to derive the system of equations. Using the first set of information, Sam bought 2 coffee plus 1 tea for euro 3.20. Using the second set of the information with Jane, he bought 3 coffees and 2 teas for the cost of 5.20 euros. Okay, let's label this as equation 1 and equation 2. So let's recap. What I'm going to do, take the simplest equation, which I think it would be equation number 1. Rewrite this in the slope intercept form. So I'll be rewriting or rearranging this as y equal to, when 2x goes to the other side, negative 2x plus 3.20 as y as a subject. Now this is in y intercept form. So here, let me label this as equation 3. Then we are going to substitute this equation 3, or if not, the value of y in equation 2. So substitute y equal to negative 2x plus 3.20 in equation 2. What is the equation 2? Write your equation. Your equation is 3x plus 2y equal to 5.20. Replace the value of y with negative 2x plus 3.20. So 3x plus 2 times of negative 2x plus 3.20 equal to 5.20. So you're going to use the distributive property method to open the brackets and simplify. So what do you get now? 3x plus 2 times of negative 2x gives you negative 4x plus 2 times of 3.20 gives you 6.40 equal to 5.20. So you're going to simplify the like terms. So when you do so, you get negative 1x equal to negative 1.20, where both the side negative gets cancelled and the value of x is 1.20. What is the value of x? It means you found the value of the cost of coffee. The cost of coffee is 1.20. So to find the cost of a tea, you're going to substitute the value of x in any of the equation. So which would be easier to do so? I will pick the equation number 3. So equation number 3 says y equal to negative 2x plus 3.20. Replace the value of x as 1.20. So what do you get when you simplify? When you simplify, the cost of a tea would be 0.80 euros. Okay. So you're going to rewrite the solution. What's the solution you're getting? Your solution is 1.20, 0.80. What does this mean? This means the cost of 1 cup of coffee is 1.20 euro, whereas the cost of 1 cup of tea is euro 0.80. So you find it very easy, right? So it means you have done well in your lesson. So we will summarize our lesson and finish off the slides. What did you come across as a learning objective? To solve the system of equations algebraically? Yes, we did it by using substitution method. And then you know how to interpret your solutions and give the explanation for the solutions. Yes, we did it. So finally, I hope you have understood the lesson very well, and we will wind up our lesson. Thank you for being so patient and cooperating the lesson. Thank you.